Today we are here to talk about the new heavy trooper that has entered the game. So this heavy trooper is Tide Crusher BW-3, and as you can see, he looks kind of like a shark mixed with a robot. Kind of cool design, I would think, but some things about him is his skills. So you have Jaws of Vengeance, so regular attack now hits a single random target 2 times, dealing 50% of the original damage with each hit. So basically, you get 2 extra hits that do a double damage. So basically, you're doing 2 times the damage. Tide Crusher BW3 takes 10% less damage, but its base attack is lowered 10%. Then you have the tidal waves. At the end of each of its turn, Tide Crusher goes into tidal wave state, which reduces the damage it takes by 25%. If it is already in the tidal wave state, it cancels it and charges ahead, causing 15% damage to a column. Remember, columns are from the front row all the way to the back, so it would do 15% to each unit there. Cybernetic Frame, Tide Crusher BW3's HP increases by 80%. Aqua Smash, tidal waves tackle damage. So that's that damage done to a column is increased to 50%. And there's an 80% chance to stun a target with an attack debuff, rendering it unable to use a regular attack or active skill. So that's kind of like Silence, but it actually works for regular attack too. And then Hydro Wake, when the Tide Crusher is in tidal wave state, friendly units in the same column behind it will receive the Hydro Wake effect, increasing damage dealt by 10% and reducing damage received by 32%. So, first thoughts on just him are he is very much kind of a protector, more so than anything, but he does have some things that will cause a lot of damage very quick. So, some things that come to mind are his Aqua Smash, the 50% damage to a column. That's a fair amount of damage, especially if you're able to have that go off on round 2, because if he goes into tidal wave after the first round, then he'll use Aqua Smash second round, which early on damage like that is really, really good to get. And being that most people should have the speed chip on him, that'll allow him to be the first person to attack round 2. So you're talking a lot of damage to a column right away. And then all these various different damage reduction, HP increase, things like that. That's all huge in keeping your units alive. Personally, I see this being kind of a huge help for Navy. I won't know until I'm able to test, and I'm not going to spend money to unlock him. But I will say, just kind of looking at his stats and all the things that his abilities, it does to me say kind of, hey, this kind of suits Navy. You're going to want to play him in the first row. So he needs to be in the front, just so that this Hydro Wake, when he is in that tidal wave, you have all the units behind him buffed. And personally, just knowing from like the shark formation and everything, these all kind of go together. So if we think of the shark formation, it's the T, your front middle is where he's going to sit. And then you're going to want him to be in the middle, because if you put him on the sides, you don't have these other outside slots boosted. So slot 4, 6, 7, and 9 won't be boosted. So you're going to want to put him in slot 1 so that he boosts 5 and 8 also. The next thing that kind of goes with these new troopers are the chips. So I've been saving my chest for a while just so I could get as many of these chips as possible. So the Estoc piercing sword chips, when a regular attack does damage to the heavy trooper, there's an 80% chance that the attacker will get a 30% attack debuff that lasts for 1 turn. I don't feel like this is really that strong of a chip, honestly. And the boosts that it gives are also all HP. They're not attack boosts. So you're talking lowering the attack by 30%, whereas if you look, we're talking 30% damage increase over here and lowering the attack by 30%. It just doesn't compare, and that's just to Zeist, and I'm not going to compare it to each one, but I don't see these chips as being very useful. They all have the same stats of abilities. They just the main chip set gives the boost of the HP instead of the attack that the others do. The only difference being that, sorry, no, there's no difference. It's just the HP. It would go good with the new Shark, being that you're trying to boost your HP and your damage reduction and various stats like that. Would work well with it. It's just we all know that attack and damage weigh triumph over HP and damage reduction. So that is that. I did want to show you the new HD module research event. So how this works is do your daily task, completing the Into the Unknown. You basically just have to go in there. You can rush to do these. You have to do it 5 times. One time for this. And then once you do that, you'll get the research chips. And then all you have to do is hit research here. You'll get a number between 10 and 100 that will raise this bar. Once this bar is full, it will give you the next piece for the Shark or the BW3. So that's how this works. If you do want to purchase, you can hit research here again, and it will give you packs that you can buy, or you can hit the little store up in this slide here. You can purchase research attempts to unlock him faster. That's what I was saying. I'm not going to do that. So that's all there. I did want to show you one last thing in the valuable events, because you're going to struggle with this. So the total number of victories and Into the Unknown. A lot of people are struggling to get this one to register. You have to manually do it. And so what I mean by manual is when you go into the Unknown, you have to go in here, and instead of hitting rush, do not hit rush. You need to hit open, and then you need to hit set off. And that will give you that reward for your daily tasks for that Pioneer Trail valuable events complete setup thing. So we'll keep this short and sweet. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and see ya.